every other quarter so far today. So yeah, it's going to be a really big ask now. We need Bairnsdale to start lifting to make more of a game of it, but Traralgon, great signs from them that third quarter.
Well, they've gone 5 forwards now, Bairnsdale. Traralgon sticking with a 6. There's a spare one on the wing for the Redlegs. Here's Poppy on TRFM.
So we've got Cameron who contests the ruck, gets hands on the ball with that player that's been busy all day in Keenan Hines. It's the first one there. Gets and gives and does it quite nicely. But they're under a spot of bother here again, Bairnsdale. The tempo of Traralgon's been good. Thurring pushed out of the contest. Gets a free kick on the half-back line. And you may hear the bloke that said downstairs in the spectator, "You bloody fool."
Yes, exactly what he said as Hall had it now. He chipped it across laterally to Jacobson. Marked it, came back inboard to Hector. Oh, had to work hard to take the mark. It was uncontested. But if you had dropped it, it would have gone Bairnsdale's way. Hector slows things up, chips it back out wide to Jacobson. We've just heard his key stats for Gippsland Ozuzu Ute. Chipped it over the top towards Cameron. Nicely done.
Remembering, of course, Moe came at Traralgon late in the game when they had a similar sort of lead. They weren't as composed as they might have learnt today. So let's see if they've learned anything from that loss. That's what I'm trying to say.
Riley Lopez had it half forward flank. The inside out right foot kick goes inside forward 50. Ball in dispute. Diving on it there was Preston. He's dived on the football. The umpire waits and said no. No opportunity. We'll ball it up. Boxers getting some scores for us around the ground.
Just a quick around the ground there too, Scud. We've got in the AFL, the Bulldogs have come back from nowhere, 13-9-87. They lead the North 13-5-85.
Wykes took it out of the ruck and kicked it straight down Halford's throat, who then got it further afield. That was a poor kick, and it'll be picked off back there by Stevenson. And he chips it out wide, and he found his teammate in Cheatham, who can go further afield. Just puts it on the top of Dylan Lopez's head, but he was up to the task as quick closing out there was Tommy Bryan, or was it Tom Bryan? Yep.
Hey, Boxer, just quickly, if Traralgon get the next goal, can they defend it or not enough time?
No, I think they can.
Not enough.
I think they can. I think Bairnsdale need to have a bit more experience in the middle. I think Nick Singh needs to go in the middle.
Well, the ball came inboard towards Hector. He goes out wide again. Over the top, he found his teammate in McMahon. That's Tom. Chips it inside. Gordian will come across the front of the pack and take the mark. And he was just left at his own lonesome as the two key forwards wrestled, and then Gordian come across the front and took the mark. 2 minutes in. This will be a big moment of the game for Monticello's. Every single day you can get 20% off 6 or more bottles of wine. As Gordian comes in, he doesn't like it. And that could be a costly one. Minor score, Paul Carter.
Takes Traralgon to 9-10-64 on the Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard. They're leading now by 11 points. Bairnsdale 7-11-53.
So they bring the ball back into play. Will be Keenan Hines. Keenan Hines looks at his options, chooses to go towards the outer side of the ground. Nice leg too. He's got the distance. Can he find a target? He can't find a teammate by the looks. It looks as though Traralgon might start to edge it forward. They do. A kick off the ground by Jacobson. Falls in the arms of Collison. His handball searches, finds, and nicely done. A quick kick to within 10 metres. Fighting hard at the front of the pack was White Oak. He couldn't take the ball. Has another go to Traralgon. And I tell you what, so close to taking the mark. Just metres from their goals. They're fighting hard,
they're working
both sides, to try to get clear possession of the ball. They can't. They're all beaten by the boundary. There'll be a boundary throw-in just a few metres from Traralgon's goals. They lead by 11 points. We've played 3:33 final quarter.
Keenan Hines just a little bit proppy getting up. Seems to be okay. He's done what he's like this afternoon from the ruck contest. Wykes has played very well, squeezing handball out to the run. Now they get a cleary kick to Ethan East, the cousin of Max. As East took the mark, now he clears it out towards the half-back. Thurring pushed him in the back, the opponent. And the free kick will go Bairnsdale's way. And half-back flank. It will be a free kick to Charles Mean of the Redlegs. He'll keep it close to the boundary line. High kick. The target back there will be Hamilton. Cameron came in from the side. 2 bites. Couldn't get it. Good work by Collison to handball to Forrest, who gave it to Hector. Hector goes one way, comes back the other way. Now by foot. Thurring's got the run on this one. He's got the angle nicely on Hines. He kicks it off the ground as Thurring. Lopez is there. Gathers it off the ground. Took on a tackler. That could nearly be holding the ball. The umpire said play on. Ball's now still in dispute. Head over the football is Somerville. A quick kick It might come back because Traralgon's got some numbers. Yench is the one there for the Maroons.
So doing some good work there was Jench, but the big fella in Will Hamilton also lent a hand to the home side, and the Redlegs hold the ball in. It's just short of left half forward for Traralgon. Grandstand side of the game.
This is where the Redlegs just need those three players we called most of the time in that first half. Vickery, McCary, they need to be standing up now.
Some tired legs out there at the moment. Both sides working hard in and under. But a mistake can be crucial here. Piece of special play can also win the game, and it's there to be won by either side. Make no mistake about that. Got 20 minutes to play, and there's 2 goals the difference. Cameron doing some, in fact, the big fella doing some good work in the ruck in Broadbent. Quick kick forward, fell in the arms of Forrest. Can he find a teammate? Laprise looks like he's almost running on the spot. He tries to get around an opponent. He does get it around his opponent. But can they get a shot at goals? He gets another goal at Laprise. Does he go at goal? And I tell you what, it's across the face for a minus score. He nearly made strawberry jam out of pig poo there. He had nothing. But the margin is now 8 points.
It is 12 points, 9-11-65 to 7-11-53. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, 6-minute mark, final term.
We've got some young aspiring commentators in the box. Poppy, just make sure you be careful there.
We've got Maxie East, Jack Brodrib, and also Charlie Cook looking on.
Oh, they're not going to learn anything from you with
that's true.
Dog poo to strawberry jam. But Traralgon going to go forward again. This time it's through Cheatham. He has a shot, flying shots, a helicopter last line. It's
free kick, Traralgon.
It's going which way? The umpire. It is to Traralgon.
The same one that likes to play in front of goal.
It is Cam Whiteoak who will go back on the last line, and he'll slam this one home. Cameron Whiteoak. The Maroons, they lead by 12 points. And this is a massive moment of the game for Monticello's as Cam Whiteoak slams it home for his second.
Well, first I'm sort of trying to get over your comment, and the second one, the lights are on here at the ground as well, so that's going to play another factor as well.
Blue sky, and it's a beautiful Saturday
and the lights
afternoon.
are on, and Traralgon now have got full momentum. It's going to be really difficult now for Bairnsdale, the way they're playing at the moment, to get themselves back into this game.
Traralgon leading by 18 points, 7-minute mark of the final term. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard is the Maroons on 10-11-71, Bairnsdale 7-11-53.
Redlegs have not kicked a goal since the 28-minute mark of the second quarter. That's right, the second quarter. And we're now 7 minutes into the last. They've got to find something here on their home turf. As from the stoppage, Giovi has it. He's got a number out here, and it's Helford. He can mark on the chest and handle over the top if he wants. He doesn't go there. He decides to kick it further afield. Robinson presents for him. Pushed him in the back there, did Williams. Player Leave it was. Now Collison has it. Tries to tap it forward. Stockdale gave it back to Collison. Just had to give up the football in the end. And Singh will chip it over the top and find White. He does. Nicely done.
I tell you what, Collison's just going on memory at the moment. He's fighting hard and leading the way. You know, he's really every inch counts at this crucial stage of the game. The ball, grandstand side, edge forward, inside forward 50 through Sean Wyatt. Trying to rove it off the pack was going to be McCarry. He couldn't get a handle on it. The umpire says, give it to me. It's right on the intersection of boundary and forward 50 in front of the Bairnsdale scoreboard, which reads Bairnsdale 7-11-53, Traralgon 10-11-71.
So Wykes will take the ruck duty with Broadbent. Broadbent had the front spot, tapped it down. Giovi, though, picked it off. Collison did well to Thuring by hand. His boot gets towards Gordian, and it will go over again. Another boundary throw, and a little bit further away now from Bairnsdale's goals, albeit about 20 metres from that last boundary throw in. The Redlegs have to find something. They've got it's one-on-ones inside forward 50. Couple of extra numbers around this stoppage. Broadbent front spot again. Tapped it down. Hines was there. Chain of handball. Giovi gave it to White. White lowers the eyes to McCary, who took the mark on the chest. Outside 50 here's from. We'll have to kick this one hard up on the boundary. And this is right in front of the bar booth here. And just remember that Kappa is looking after things there. He is an absolute star around this neck of the woods. Kappa the Rapper, they call him. Looking after the can bar as Braden McCary will come in. And you'll hear the boys from about 50 to reduce the margin for Bairnsdale on its way. It's a shocking looking kick. It starts to the left and stays that way. And on the Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard, it's a minor score.
7-12-54, bringing the margin back to 17 points against Traralgon, who are 10-11-71. Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard, almost 10 minutes played.
So Jacobson to Stockdale, and then eventually it falls in the arms of Barnes. His kick around the body finds the ball at centre wing, grandstand side. 50-50 contest. This will bounce over. It goes over the top. Whose hands will it fall in? A nice little neat touch it was by McCarry. I thought it might land in the arms of a teammate. It didn't. And coming through was Yench to find the boundary line and ease the pressure, albeit momentarily.
That was a beautiful tap by McCarry. Vickery just couldn't get a handle on it. It nearly hit him in stride. It would have been a certain goal. But still they search for another goal. 28-minute mark. Second quarter is the last time they've kicked one. East knocked it straight down. We know who he's the cousin of. The great Maxi. Now they get a quick shot on goal. Close to the boundary line it goes. Another minor score. So they're peppering, but they need 6, not 1, Paul.
7-13-55, the BN score up against Traralgon, 10-11-71. Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard.
So the ball goes towards the outer side and nicely marked. It was nicely marked by the big man, Ethan East.
Tell you what.
I tell you what.
Good bloodlines.
Yeah.
He's a long way out.
He's going to need a kick the size of Max could kick it from here, but I don't know whether Ethan can.
Boxer, that breeze.
He hasn't had a good afternoon, East. He's in front of goal. His hands have been fantastic, but his kicking's let him down.
You realise we've got the
it's
cousin
okay.
in the box.
I don't actually mind telling you how it is.
He'll clip you.
Okay, then that's fine.
Well, he needed a little bit of help from the breeze here, and they desperately need this for Monticello's big moment of the game. As Ethan East will come in, he'll have to kick it a good 55, close to the man of the mark. Sets it up, the win, carries it, didn't quite get there, now it's rushed over.
Now a 15-point margin in Traralgon's favour, 10-11-71, up against Bairnsdale 7-14-56, and Bairnsdale's last 8 scores have been behind.
Oh, the press is in full effect here, every player forward to centre. As Hall played onto himself and kicked it to Thuring. Thuring just blazes away, he's got 2, Cameron's the 1, shoved out of the way. And Dylan Somerville takes the mark. His time against the Redlegs now. Oh, Somerville kicked it into the man on the mark. He has to follow up his good work. Hector hammered over the top. Couldn't quite keep it in. Was Keenan Hines. And we'll have another boundary throw in right on the wing here at the Bairnsdale City Oval. It's the Redlegs trailing at the moment by 15 points in a big game of TRFM Gippsland League.
So Broadbent will do the ruck work against Wykes. Wykes out the back, took the ball, gave off brilliantly to Wyatt. Wyatt now needs to find a forward inside 50. Can he? Yes.
Vickery
marked it on the run, full flight, around about his footy laces. And
too far out.
Well, you know what?
Backing himself.
Yeah, I reckon he's right on kick here. I reckon he can do it. Let's see. He'll kick from 55 metres if you don't mind. It's going to be very close.
That's home.
No, marked in the last line of defence by Adam Yench, and he plays on quickly.
Got it out wide, and the umpire said, just hang on a second, let's bring this back. Because the umpire wants to talk to the goal umpire here. He might have a score, and it is. Where it is a minor score. They reckon it was a double grab over the line.
Okay.
So Paul Carter, minor score.
7-15-57, Bairnsdale up against Traralgon, 10-11-71. Turnbulls Gippsland scoreboard, 13 minutes played, final turn.
Traralgon did well out of the kick out of full back. They got it 70 metres away to Dylan Lopez, who took the mark, kept it close to the wing, but back there was Singh, and Nick Singh took the mark.
That defensive game now with Traralgon starting to kick in. This is where Bairnsdale need to score.
Over the top of Ethan East's head, top of the 50 goes. Jacobson runs onto it, has some space. His left foot kicks, not the prettiest, but it nearly found the target. Working hard back here now is Glasborough. He lost the football.
Nice.
Swooping on it nicely now was Cheatham. He gets it over the top. Gordian tried to tap it over his head. White Oak attacked it with pace. They got numbers. Gordian handballs to Hector. It was behind him, and then he got put in a tackle. Gordian followed up the poor handball and then got driven into the ground.
Yep.
And it is in the back. And right on the boundary line, Gordian will go back and have a shot at goal.
And guess who?
There's
paid that.
As Poppy's mate.
Your mate.
From the surf coast of Lakes Entrance. As Will Gordian.
He was big in the 70s, mate. He was very big in the 70s.
He looks like he's still at Woodstock.
He's now riding stand-up paddleboards down the Mitchell. As Will Gordian will come in, slide angle. He'll go with a traditional drop punt to just about seal it for the Maroons.
He's done it.
He loves it and he puts it through. The umpire said, I don't care. The Maroons celebrate,
And it's a point.
and the goal umpire said, I don't care, it's through for a minor score.
Traralgon now 10-12-72. They lead by 13 points over Bairnsdale, who are 7-15-57. We've played almost 15 minutes in the final quarter.
So we've got about a dozen minutes to play as the ball comes grandstand side. A good mark over the top by
Yes, sir.
Kieran Vickery. He kicked 4 in the first half, and the side hasn't kicked 1 in the second half to date. But he'll have a chance to send the Redlegs forward from right half back flank. Looks up the line towards right half forward, and that's where he goes. Some good numbers here, some good height, but it's all in Traralgon's favour. Yentz to Collison, gives her quickly, and they've got some run, but they dropped what they should have taken.
Oh.
2 Bairnsdale players running into each other, and now they've got all the room in the world. And Halford can just go inboard, give it over the top, and go bang.
Wow.
Goal to McCarry, and we got a game in our hands, boys.
Wow, unbelievable in the middle part of the ground, Boxer, as both of them, they just missed the handball.
Poppy's just done a pooper.
Oh, done a pooper valve there. Very
He has
excited.
Here comes the strawberry jam.
Here it comes. But they made hard work of it. But they've had most of the play this quarter. They just haven't been able to put that goal through. McCarry gives them that spark, hopefully, to get them back into the game.
And McCarry's fourth goal takes Bairnsdale to 8-15-63 on the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard. 7 points in arrears of Traralgon, who are 10-12-72.
Well, 16 minutes have gone. Time is against the Redlegs, but they are coming. Big moments thanks to Monticello's right here, right now, as Wykes goes up. Can they win the centre clearance? They can. They get a handball out wide to Halford. He can handle over the top. Just got White. He kicks it inside forward 50. Easter's back there. Taps it off beautifully over the big man in Hamilton. And he will slam home another Bairnsdale goal. And the Redlegs are up and about again. Here they come.
Well, it's that man White again. He's been in everything over the last 5 or 6 minutes. He's just been that catalyst, that midfielder that we were looking for. I was saying Singh, and White stepped up, and he has been the catalyst of those 2 late goals we've had so far for Bairnsdale.
Well, Hamilton becomes the third goal kicker after McCarry and Vickery have got 4 apiece, so they are now 9-15-69, and it is just a 3-point margin behind Traralgon, who are 10-12-72. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard.
Well, they needed that one. And we have a game of football, all right, here up at East Gippsland. Again, Wykes will go up against Broadbent. This time, Broadbent got it down, but it goes out the way of the Redlegs. McKeon, we know he's got some wheels. Gathered it. Good tackle there by the Maroons. And equally up to the task there was Mitch Musto. Getting up off the bottom of the pack. And now they go at it again, Poppy.
They do. Broadbent gets the tap. Can he find a teammate? He did. He found a Musto, but Musto couldn't find space. And the umpire, it could even be Leaf Garrett, I'm not sure, has the ball around about right half forward flank. Nice rise, and Traralgon, nice
good run.
pace by McMahon, busts the pack, runs 15, gets in and out of trouble, finds a teammate. They're going to go inside forward 50. It spills out the back from a leading forward, and roving nicely at the back there was Bulmer for Bairnsdale, who will be saved by the boundary. 3 points to margin, 18 minutes gone, final quarter. The ball at right half forward flank, Traralgon into attack.
Well, the ball will about to come back into play. Wykes has done a power of work in the ruck all afternoon. It's been a good duel in the ruck duties. Gone up against a few Maroons. The ball clears the pack. Where's the runners? Wykes was the one. He coughed it up though. Quick kick by Forrest. Top of the 50 it goes. Bulmer did well. So does Broadbent, who tapped it towards Collison. And the Collison chips it over the top. Nicely done. And it is marked out there on the far side is Lee Stockdale for the Maroons. And you talk about experience.
You'd back him here, wouldn't you?
Cool heads.
Absolutely. Inside forward 50. You wouldn't want it with any other player. Lee Stockdale has won this afternoon. Goes around, left foot, kicks it high, waits for the wind. It's too far out to the left. It's still going to be in the field of play. They come to the dangerous spot. Maroons, good tackle by Bulmer. It spalls out the back. Working hard was Harry Gibbs. And the umpire will cross his arm and ball it up. Point of the square. Only 5 metres around from Traralgon's goal.
Well, Traralgon have to set up here behind the ball. They cannot let this ball go out without a score. 2 metres out, ball bounced down, couldn't find a teammate, and it will be beaten by the boundary again. They're only 5 metres out from goals, Traralgon boys.
Clear it out.
They've got every chance to have this game in their keeping if they can convert right here, right now.
Well, they're going to try and keep it open as much as they can. Bairnsdale got an extra number down there as well. Back into play, tapped in a dangerous spot. McKeon gave it straight up to Stockdale, put it on the boot.
What was that?
Sprayed it off the side of the boot. It's going to miss everything and go out of bounds on the full.
Did he go the torpedo then?
I think it was a rush kick.
Just
come off the side. Keenan Hines has it, plays on, no one on the man of the mark. He's gained himself 15 metres, kicks it towards Wykes, the ruckman, over the back, Red nicely. Vickery.
Play on.
No, it was well, the umpire did say a mark, and then he called him for holding the man. So
Yeah, I think that was just the payback, we'll call it.
yeah, Vickery has it, half-back flank now, unloads, drives it a half forward. Over the back it goes. There's a couple of players. In the front spot was Brian. Working hard was White. Great work by Musto. Handballed out towards Thuring. Left foot close to the boundary line. Going back is Jensch.
Good mark.
As the ruckman Wykes closed on him quickly, and Jensch has it on the wing.
He does, right in front of our TRFM commentary position. 20 minutes gone, final quarter. Traralgon lead by 3 points. He goes short. The kick was poor. Collison was caught short on that occasion. The mark taken by Bairnsdale. It goes back to whence it came at the right half-back flank. A kick just poked forward. Can they find? He went searching for, but not found. Redford. He gets a second chance. Does Redford? He gets taken, ball and all. Nice work by Riley LaPraise. The kick by Broadbent was a scrubber. Only gained 5 metres,
Giove.
but nicely done because Mean gives it over the top to East, who gives it to Wyatt, and Wyatt can't get a handle on it. They can hardly run. Players from either side. I thought Thuring was taken high. Play on. And a quick kick by LaPraise. From brother to brother, can he find him?
On the bounce of the ball.
And nicely done too by the big man in Wykes. A quick kick from a standing start was Redford. Right half forward flank. And it's spills out towards the boundary line. A second opportunity by Brian. He'll kick to the top of the square, or will he go for goals? He goes for goals across the face and through for a minus score. But that, Paul Carter, makes the score very close indeed.
2 points of difference, in fact. 10-12-72 Traralgon. Bairnsdale 9-16-70. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard. 22-minute mark.
Traralgon still playing on, and that might be costly as getting run down out there. It was a great tackle by your mate, Poppy Liam Giove, as trying to take him on was Williams. So Giove's going to go back. He's directly in front. He'll be kicking this from about 50. As Thuring comes off to get a little bit of work, he's cramping in both calves. It's been a very taxing day. A beautiful Saturday up here in East Gippsland, and a cracking game of football. The Maroons are hanging on by 2 points. Giove from 48 puts it on its way, starts it right, and it works back, but not enough. It's a minor score, and the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard tightens ever so much.
9-17-71. 1 point the difference to Traralgon. 10-12-72.
Paul Carter, quarters have gone so far.
The first one was long, was 32. Then we had a 30. Then actually 32, 31, 30. So
well,
this will have to be 29, won't it?
Well, in that case, we've still got about 8 minutes to play, Poppy.
So defensive 50, the mark's been taken. Let's see what we can do here. Short kick goal, risky. Collison, nicely done. Played for the free kick. They've been paid before, so why not? He goes short. He'll give ground to Jacobson. Left half-back flank.
The holding
short
on
again.
They're just trying to hold on to it,
with
Poppy.
a minute to go, with a point the difference and plenty of time to go, I reckon I'd be playing to win rather than to save the result. Gives ground, and Jacobson gets hold of it again.
Play
on's the call. They've ran themselves into a spot of bother here. That was always going to happen as they go forward again to Bairnsdale to within 30 metres. They need a winner right here. The Traralgon have got the numbers. Have they got the ability to clear through Stevenson? They haven't. And it finds itself over the boundary line just metres from Bairnsdale's goal. So where's this arm wrestle is starting to favour Traralgon in the opening minutes. Bairnsdale have wrestled themselves back into this game.
Just to paint the picture, Stevenson tried to handball it inboard. McCary smothered it. Came from a long way back to cause this boundary throw-in. Wykes was there. So was Williams. And Wyatt as well for Bairnsdale was wrapped up in a Williams and a Lalive tackle.
Quick tip, boys. What do you think?
I think Bairnsdale have got it. They got all the run at the minute.
I think Traralgon might hold on here.
Well, from this stoppage, trying to bust his way through. Hamilton might be again. Just lets it go over, and Hamilton goes on with it with a little bit there of Jackson Hall. And we'll have another boundary throw in right on the point post and the boundary line. 24 and a half minutes have gone. Traralgon to lead it by a point. Ball back into play. Wykes tapped it straight down. Yench is there. Hambles over the top to Hector. They got some run out of the back half. Hall lowers the eyes.